Hey everyone, today we're doing the Stihl Airbox. So I've got a tote, some gloves, X-Acto knife, Sharpie, towels, or little paper towels for cleaning, some tape to tape everything up, and these gloves because I'm going to take the permanent marker, put a circle in here for each glove, so I've got two little hand holes so I can put my hands on the interior afterwards, and yeah, so this is going to be used for mushroom things. Okay, I'm going to start by opening these gloves up. So give me just a second to get that done. Okay, so now that I've got my glove out, one of the gloves, I'm going to grab my permanent marker and I'm going to go ahead and put this guy somewhere on this box and trace out where I want. I might actually grab some measuring tools to use that, or I might freehand it. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I made some really rough lines on the interior really quick. I made an X for my marking, and then I just did a really rough circle, and then I took an X-Acto knife and I marked it on one side, held it stationary, and I rotated it around with a permanent marker to make a perfect circle. Another option that's way easier is if you've got a screw and a drill, you can put a little drill hole in here and then put a little screw in here, put a string around it to the diameter you want, and just mark it out like that with a string really quick on both those. So I'm going to go ahead and take my knife and get these guys cut out, and I'll give you guys an update in just a second because I'm definitely going to need two hands for this. Also, you can see all my bread through it. Okay, so I've got the holes cut in here. I can fit my arms in the length of the gloves, a little bit more than that on both of them comfortably, but I don't want to get all scratched up. This isn't a necessary step. I don't want the gloves to get all scratched up either, so I'm just going to go ahead and take some sandpaper and just scratch this up with some 60 grit really quick. And then another thing that happened is it fractured right here, right there, and right there. That's going to be an easy fix. So, I mean, if you're like me and you're just in a hurry and that's why it cracked because you were not taking your time, then take your time if it matters to you. If not, don't worry about it. We are going to fix it really quickly. So I'm going to finish sanding this and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so now that we have the holes cut, my hands can go in there nicely. It is time to sanitize before we start taping this up some. So you need some alcohol, guys. So I'm going to get a paper towel wet, and then I'm just going to go ahead and wipe around this. I'll try to do it and show you guys. Okay, so I've got a bunch of alcohol on here, and I'm just going to thoroughly wipe around it. And it's going to remove some of that permanent marker too, if not all of it. But I really want to get these cracks where I had that little X-Acto knife at. There we go. You guys can hear my dogs playing. I'll go ahead and save you guys the fun of me cleaning this next section. Okay, so everywhere there's a fracture, I'm going to go ahead and put some clear packaging tape really quick on both these, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, now those cracks are sealed and good as new. I went ahead and sanitized it really quick as well. Next step. Getting our gloves in here. Make sure that you have the correct hand because you don't want to mess that part up. And now I'm basically going to expand these guys. Sorry, gotta move my phone for a second. I'm going to expand it and tape this guy right here so I'll be able to put my hand directly through and interact with everything on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that up and I'll show you guys what that looks like too. Okay, I have got one glove in, and I know it looks like a lot of tape, but that's because it is. So I found the best way to do it is to go ahead and tape from this side facing me. So this side's not sticky, this side is the sticky side. You angle your glove in there the way that you're going to have your hand, and then put your hand in it and then back it up to where you're going to be buttoned up against, probably right about here-ish. And that locks into the tape right there. So now I've got a good spot. I just pinch it around all the way around there. And now I'll be able to tape from the outside. And then I'll go to the inside and tape the inside too. That's what I did with this one. I was able to put my hand in it and out. I did get the a small glove, size too small, excuse me. So I wish I would have went one up with it, but I can fix that later, and then it's going to have way less tape on it. But I just could feel it catching a little bit on it when I was pulling my hand out, so I just went more tape on it. The more tape you have, the more surface you have to sanitize. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. Okay, so I've got my first layer of tape on this guy just to hold it down. My next layer of tape is going to be going around this whole tape surface in order to make sure it's got something to actually adhere to on the plastic itself. And then I'm going to jump to the inside. Okay, that one is 100% taped off now. Now time to jump to the interior. Okay, so I've got both gloves in there. I've been able to put my hands in there and get my hands out. It is a little bit of a struggle because these ones are slightly too small. I'm going to go ahead and sanitize it. And you're not going to use bleach water for this because bleach can actually stain clear plastics and glasses and things like that. So we're going to use rubbing alcohol again. And I just doused my paper towel in that. I got it dripping all over the place. I just put on fresh gloves, so I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol on those guys too and get some in my eye apparently. So wear eye pro if you're worried about it. So with this guy, I'm just wiping it down. Gonna get it all clean everywhere. All the bases. Oh, smells like rubbing alcohol, very much so. Okay, and if you have any particulate in here, like little pieces of plastic like that, I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop all mine to one corner before I get them out. It would have been a good idea to knock those out beforehand, but I didn't really think about it. So we'll scoop all that stuff over to one side. Get our gloves all clean. I'm going to be taking my time making sure that these are cleaned in between the fingers. I don't really want you guys to have to deal with that, so I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, we are done with this guy finally. And the box cost, let's see, $11.67. The packaging tape was $6.97. Adhesive tape was $4 more of that because you guys won't need that at all. I'm getting more tape for something else later. And then the combo med, that was just the gloves, which was a double pair of gloves. You guys could get a single pair. So I mean, right around $32, or sorry, I guess, yeah, 20 something dollars. And that's how much this one cost. About 35 minutes, 40 minutes to assemble it. It is not the prettiest in the world. It is temporary, but it will work.